Lying.
There you are. I hope you did well in
Wow,
your
this is
herbology
really
class.
quiet.
It is really quiet.
I need to talk to you
Maybe
about.
it's just my
Be best to
problem.
discuss it back at
Nope,
the hut.
I turned down the volume a bit because I was getting sick and tired of their
Off you go.
fucking voices.
Good day.
They keep sealing off every area that I've been to after I go to it, so I can't go back and collect any cards that I
Better
missed.
get more beans. You only have 2.5 times as many as you'll need for the whole game.
Again, this was before we figured that out. In fact, I think this was the last video before we figured it out. Go, Potter.
Always causing trouble.
Always go. Trying to be a buster, being the boy that lived. Oh yeah, I forgot to show off the cards we got. Some guy apparently.
Some other dude. Whoa.
Yeah, and that purple fella. Yep. Oh.
That guy looks like a...
You know, I just noticed that a lot of the wizards that were identified as living between the 17 and the 1800s dress in a style that would be considered contemporary, whereas now they all dress like a bunch of cultists.
Well, I mean, back then it was more likely that if they dressed like a bunch of cultists, they would actually get in trouble for being a bunch of cultists and burned at the stake.
I don't think that happened past, like, the 1500s in Europe.
Oh, whoops. Color me wrong.
Girl found.
Here comes Neville. He looks quite upset. Best go and see what he wants.
Thanks for the intro.
Do you really need to be there, Ron?
Why wouldn't Ron just help him himself?
Here comes
They were in
Neville.
the same place,
Bye.
and then they came here.
Somewhere for Longbottom to collect. How about up a tree? Think you can catch me? Come on then.
I should have
Potter.
put George Takei's laugh in there. It's one of the few sequences where Harry actually speaks, but he's never really identified as the speaker.
And you better watch out for my brothers.
I was looking at old photos from of the cast from the old movies, and man, they really looked retarded. And they still sort of do, but I mean, it's weird to see someone grow up, I guess.
Nice going, judges.
Piece of piss.
Oh, that course actually loops and can go on forever.
Huh, I had no idea.
Don't broomstick, Potter. You'll pay for this. Here, take this stupid
He's
thing.
got an excellent
I know
memory.
for it.
Whoop. Whoa, that was a great catch. You should join the Quidditch team.
I should, because he just flung a bloody ball at me.
You've got my remember all back. Thanks, Harry. I'll be able
It's
to
not
find
how the
my toad
remember all
now.
works, Neville.
Come here,
God, I
Potter.
can't believe he
Come
was
back.
considered to be the alternate character for the boy that would have lived.
I left Trelawney at the herbology
Well, he
class.
still lived. I
There are
mean,
plants there that
Yeah,
eat
but he was
toads.
going to. He was.
yeah, I know.
Possible other hero.
I'm Professor McGonagall, Deputy Headmistress of Hogwarts and Head of Gryffindor House.
G'day.
No, I do not approve of your chasing Malfoy about. I'll
Does
admit
anybody
you have
remember
remarkable
Professor
talent
McGonagall
against
being
it.
Irish in the movies?
Ordinarily,
She's Scottish.
first-year students may
McGonagall.
not compete in
Yeah,
Quidditch.
so why is her
In
accent
your
like
case,
Irish?
we might overlook
Oh, hey,
that.
somebody's
Not
breaking
Irish.
the rules for Harry Potter because he's
Gryffindor's
just
first
so
Quidditch match of the
cool.
year is later this afternoon
Sure is.
against a formidable
Surely
good
this
guy.
won't happen again in this
See you then.
series.
I certainly hope that Harry just decides to skateboard past her with his baseball cap on backwards and gives her a high five before doing an ollie nose grind and heading off to Hagrid's.
School sucks, bitch.
It does. No,
Yeah,
I can actually use the debug menu and a couple of cheats to try and go through that doorway and get any missed cards, but no.
I hope
Happy
that
then,
you
Alpha,
will
so
show off
Quidditch.
debug mode eventually.
I would love to, but it seems that every time I try to turn the
on
cheats
the Quidditch
off,
team.
I seem to get
Okay,
myself
you're
stuck in a
walking
wall
after
and
this
then the
rhythm
game
match.
immediately
Now, get your
crashes.
lessons, Potter.
Oh. Well, don't turn the cheats off while you're in a wall. Don't breathe into your mic either.
That wasn't me.
It was Draco.
Sorry.
Is this how you act in every single other LP ever?
Yes.
No. Well. Okay, so let's head off to Hagrid's.
Yep. Let's head off down every other path.
He's down by the bayou.
Good old Hagrid.
I've immediately gotten lost because I don't recall this part in any of the books whatsoever.
Harry went through the giant log and died because he fell in water.
Just like the guy
The
at the
end.
end of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Graphics. Never seen a water graphic like that before.
It's like there's a coral reef at the bottom of the pond.
It's a delicate ecosystem. Wow, a lot of AIM noises there. Or Skype noises, I guess.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Rock Tumbler was high.
I'm shocked at this development.
And I really, really did not want to go back through this one sequence. So I think, fuck it.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't blame you.
Oh, I should point out, though, that it was a lot louder originally when I was going through
A
this.
secret!
Yes! Bean!
Beans! One bean.
Fucking Filch slacking.
That would suck to just have to go around and fill all treasure chests with beans for any students that might happen upon them while they're on their way down to Hagrid's hut.
Which they shouldn't be going to because it's dangerous.
Yeah, look at all this shit.
And by the way, in the PlayStation version, they're not fire slugs, they are poisonous trail slugs.
Huh.
Yep,
God, they're really fast.
they are fucking booking it. Anyway, originally this seemed to take a lot longer and be a lot more boring, simply due to the fact that there is no music playing in the background.
Really?
Yep.
That is incredible. Are you sure you don't have, like, the music
Yep.
volume just turned down?
Nope, I haven't turned all the way up. Unless they consider birds chirping to be some sort of music now.
What's this music you're using here?
Oh, we'll let some enterprising nerd or goon in the thread figure that out.
Enterprising.
Yes.
They'll
It's
make
from a
money
much
off
better
it
game,
somehow.
though. These fuckers really just racing back and forth. God damn.
Got places to be. Namely on the other side of the path, and then back on the other side.
Actually, originally I was going to use the Lost Woods theme here, but it really struck me as being a very difficult place to actually be lost in. You would have to be legitimately mentally handicapped in order to not be able to find your way around here, especially because of the enormous yellow signs with the arrows.
This way to Hagrid's. Should have a scene of Malfoy turning the sign around and sneakily and laughing.
I hope he also twirls his mustache while he does it,
Yes.
and then ties Hermione to railroad tracks. I don't think that...
Oh no, beans. Oh, I gotta go get the beans.
Do not shit.
Well, oh yes, because
you.
suddenly we realized that I was actually playing this live and not
Yeah.
looking at it.
I'm just.
I need every bean. Beans are like Marines. You don't leave a fallen bean behind.
That's how I learned how to climb trees in my youth. To just leap at them in a climbing pose.
Well, I guess that we've found out your secret. You actually went to wizarding school when you were younger and you took a climbing lesson.
Yes. I wonder
like
if you might do something with this tree that's weirdly colored.
That was an animation technique that was pioneered by Hanna-Barbera, where they would change something that was going to be movable into a different color, and it looked really shitty, but
Because it
pioneered
wasn't
nonetheless.
A painted
couldn't-
background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Take the thing I said last time and just use it for yourself.
Way to go.
They used that exclusively or extensively, I should say, in Scooby-Doo, which is a show
Yep.
I hate.
They would also use the classic for the walk cycle, just like slide the picture across the screen.
That's sort of like what EA did with this entire game, as evidenced by the fact that the next class that I have is fucking Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Just loops. Class after class after class. I mean, I guess that's how school
You
is.
just have to chase Fred Flintstone through his incredibly long, repetitive house.
I figured that they were just running in a circle.
Me too.
Yeah.
Man, this is a really ambitious snail.
No one's gonna stop him. Maybe for a few seconds.
How does this jumping sideways thing happen here?
I would guess because it's a badly programmed game.
I call it like emergent gameplay. You're combining different actions.
Who was that in the thread that said that his little sister wasn't able to figure out the whole moving around and looking around at the same time thing?
Oh yeah,
I
so
could
they had to play it all for her.
Yeah, so I can totally understand why. I mean, this is the difficulty curve on this game is due mostly from just the control scheme.
Whoa.
It's not really
I mean-
difficult or anything. But
Oh no! Oh whoa.
Everything's alright.
because I was the boy who lived.
Boy who jumped.
Bus that couldn't slow down. Look at these fucking fake ass piranha plants. Yeah, ain't got nothing. Bunch of bitches that don't appreciate shit because they ain't had shit and they're never gonna be shit.
You know, nobody knows the mechanism for how the Venus flytraps snap shut.
Well, you see,
There are several theories, but none have been proven.
magic. A wizard did it.
Some think that it might actually be an action potential, as seen in animal neurobiology.
That is the lamest thing I've ever heard. Also, you can't charge into this water here, which I was hoping that I could so that I could kill myself at this point, because the deafening silence of going these hills.
You should just like put on some tunes on your iPod and listen to them while you're playing.
Sorry, we aren't allowed to have Muggle technology in school, and there's no place to charge it.
Oh my god. Harry, be careful, it's really dangerous.
More fine-ass EA programming.
The finest asses. By the way, any other game probably would have made that a volcano or something.
Why?
Because it would have been more interesting to see, lava pouring around from everywhere and walking backwards into the air and grabbing a card.
That was quite a secret area.
It was. There's also evidently something up here, but hell if I can figure out how to get there.
Who cares? Not I.
It's because you're an anti-Hagrid extremist.
Down with giants.
That's racism. those wonderful trees that if you were to go up to them, it's just two intersecting textures?
Just like in San Andreas.
Yeah, but San Andreas makes the actual leaves two intersecting textures.
Over here.
The trunk of the tree, in this case,
Come along then.
are the two
I've something to
textures.
show you, Melon.
Come along then.
By the way, congratulations on making the Quidditch team. Word travels fast round Hogwarts.
Nice belt, Hagrid.
Where does he sleep?
It's small, but still roomy.
Why does he have a lock on his
Stairs, eh?
pantry, or whatever the hell that
Now I
is
can
right
show
there?
you what I wanted to
His
talk to you
shelves.
It's a dragon's egg, Harry. But it's our secret, mind you. The
What's
egg
with this
is in a
music?
very
Did you
delicate
put this in?
stage.
Yes. No.
Okay.
Can't
He-
leave it here alone.
He just happens to live next door to St. Mark's
That
Bistro.
last burst egg will make it hatch. Harry, can
You're gonna
you
hear
get
some
me
sporadic
fire
gunfire in
seeds?
about
I told them
5
in
seconds.
the
That's
house
just,
of
you
the
know,
garden.
from CJ.
I need you to collect as many fire seeds as you can
You
find.
don't remember this music?
Careful though.
Nope.
they're spitting
It was
fire and
the
seeds
background
are hot.
noise,
Let
the
me cool
background
down
music
for
when
you
you
to
did
come
the
up.
St. Mark's
Off you
Bistro
go,
mission.
Good day.
Good day, sir.
Shut up, Rock Tumbler.
That is some pig.
And that is some
Go
goat?
sheep.
Goat.
Goat.
You will get to see it in greater detail later.
Hooray.
This is a reoccurring character in the Harry Potter universe.
It's actually Goatstein.
Ooh.
The something awful forums poster.
Oh. Sorry, I'm not familiar with anybody.
I think he only posts some regular games.
Except for Vendigoat. That guy's got a really cool avatar.
Avatars and talking about goats. Oh yeah.
Thrilling
Oh, shit.
commentary.
Just got bushwhacked by this dragonfly.
That's a fucking doxy.
It's a doxy.
It's a baby. Now this introduces the fire snail things as having a little bit more of a complicated pattern. They're not moving in a straight line back and forth. Now they're moving in a diamond shape.
Well,
Get more
shit.
ambitious.
Also, I'm guessing that Hagrid was not supposed to be growing these fire seeds for some reason, but he's got these large yellow signs in it.
Fire
No, I think
seeds
it's
this
alright. I
way.
think they're supposed to, like, they can only grow in caves or something.
Wait.
I don't know.
I just, you know, after going back through that previous video where we saw the water flowing up from the fountain into the statues, I really have to go back now and check and see if the water was flowing up that waterfall.
Who cares? It's magic. Water
Magic
can
doesn't
flow
work.
any way it wants
It's
to.
like his, you know, Harry's magically floating along the side of the edge to grab onto it.
A wizard did it.
Yes, indeed. Jeez, it sure looks suspicious, but
Sort of looks like a door, but I guess it's not.
Not all secrets are rewarding. Oh hey, squirt marks.
stop it. Like ever since I read that book when it came out, or well, I guess it was a couple years after it came out, so I didn't read them right away. It bothered me for a really long time.
Why aren't the Harry Potter CSI things accurate?
Their evidence in a children's fantasy book is just
Look, okay,
not
if you're
standing
gonna
up to
make a
scrutiny.
book, like you should at least try for a little bit of continuity, especially if it's gonna be like a $1 billion bestseller industry